saying for a while though, before that documentary came out, the story was, we lost the footage, we lost all of it. And it's like, did they just wait for technology to progress to be able to make a convincing documentary?
Well, they definitely lost the footage. They lost all the original copies of the film. So all the original film was gone. What you're seeing is just copies of copies. They also lost the telemetry data, which is a real problem. That's with the hard data, the binary data that shows the distance in the craft and how far it was. It just seems fake. It seems fake when you watch it. That's what's weird to me. It seems totally hokey. It looks fake as shit. And then the weird one for me is the Apollo 11 post-flight press conference. Those guys look like a hostage video. It doesn't look real at all. And then there's Neil Armstrong, who gave that very bizarre, cryptic speech at the 25th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. There's a lot of weirdness to them. And the fact that we haven't been back. There's not a single thing that's not cheaper, easier, and faster to reproduce from 1969 in 2025, except the moon landing.
And it's just weird. Like, if it is true, I seen a video of like something that was supposedly live streamed on the news back then. And it was just this guy who was obviously hanging from a cable, and he had this pathetic-looking Earth under him. You know, and it's not at all what actual space looks like now. But this was like on the news, apparently.
Well, that's probably not real. That's probably an artist's rendition or a recreation. But how about the phone call? Nixon is calling the guys from the, hey, fellas, I hear you're on the moon. Yes, sir, we're on the moon. I can't even get fucking cell phone service in my bathroom.
What else what's their explanation for how
retro reflectors?
How those reflectors got up there?
Well, first of all, the Russians put reflectors as well, so you can definitely remotely place reflectors. The other problem is the moon itself reflects. So there's a lot of weird arguments about that. I could see how you could say, oh, there's reflectors, and that would indicate that people were there. But
show us the flag. Do we not have a? Can we point James Webb over there? And
no. That's deep space. It's a different thing. You'd have to get a different kind of technology that's just to zoom in on the moon, and they would go, why would we do that? Why would we spend billions and billions of dollars to prove something that rational people think definitely happened?
So a lot of people that would have to hold a secret too.
Not really.
You don't think so?
No, because it's compartmentalized. It's compartmentalized. The only people that would really need to know are the people who made the footage, the people that are involved in the filming, and the actual astronauts themselves. Everybody else, you're getting fed data, okay?
Yeah, you think they would believe it's happening.
Yeah, not only that, when the first time when Apollo 11 happened, they weren't allowed to get a direct feed from from NASA. So what they did was they used a projection screen, and then all the news cameras pointed their cameras at the projection screen. That's why it looks like shit. Like the Apollo 11 video looks so bad. But it seems like that was on purpose. Like they made it look like shit on purpose.
Interesting.
And if you wanted to gain technological and, ethical and moral superiority over the evil communists, you could see why you would make some sort of a rationalization why you should fake that we have the ability to go to the moon. Because the ability to go to the moon is not just scientific, it's military.
Yeah.
It's a military might. Like, we have the best rockets, we have the best this, we have the best... We got the best! We went to the moon, we definitely did it! So it just makes sense that they would fake it.
And the blow of Sputnik flying over the United States. Everybody could see it. It's like... We can put this right above your country.
That was a flex.
I'm just saying, if they were giving people LSD in brothels, I could see them taking the moon.
Yeah, 100%.
Most of history,
I'm not 100%.
Most of United States history is fullshit. At least some aspect of it. Look, what got us into the Vietnam War, Gulf of Tonkin, never happened. Full shit. False flag event. They all throughout history, all throughout the United States history in the 1960s, during the same time where they were supposedly going to the moon, they lied constantly at every fucking turn. At every turn.
And who's to say they're not still doing that?
It's easy. It was easier to
hard to trust.
They are. They 100% are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I know people in government that will tell you, they'll put your phone down, let's go for a walk. And they'll tell you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Yeah.
I want that.
Those conversations are strange.
One of my favorite things is the pizza ordering at the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah.
When shit starts to go down, the spike in pizza ordering because people are working late.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very weird. Yeah.
And it just spiked. I saw, I think a couple weeks ago because I brought it up. I was like, I got a notification. It's like pizza spike.
I know. People started thinking we're going to war.
This has been, it was at a high that was like the Panama stuff, Vietnam high.
Isn't that funny? It's
awesome.
pizza deliveries is what freaks everybody out. Oh, they're working late. They're working late. They're ordering pizza.
And now they just called all the generals together. You seen that?
Yeah, Hegseth did. But supposedly what they're doing is they want to get all the generals together and give them some sort of a moral and ethical mandate.
Yeah.
Like preparedness. This is what we want the military to be.
No more beards and stuff.
No more
Keep
fucking politics and no more identity politics and bullshit. The most important thing is be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready, have the best, most capable military that's humanly possible given the resources that we have today. This is what our goal is. This is what our job is.
And they needed to call
sense.
everybody together to do that?
Well, you saw what the fuck was going on over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
You got guys in dresses talking about how it's really important to have inclusiveness. It's the most important thing about the military is inclusivity. Like, we had crazy people that were in charge of very important positions, including that guy that was stealing women's clothes.
Yeah.
That guy was in charge of, like, fucking nuclear waste. And he's running around stealing people's underwear.
The panty raid.
With lipstick and a bald head. Not just stealing, but he stole this one lady who was like a famous designer. It was a one-off dress, and then that's how he got busted. He wore it to some event, and the lady was like, "Hey, motherfucker, that's mine." Like, someone stole that shit from the airport. And that's how he got busted.
This is a South Park episode.
Yeah, it is a South Park episode.
Is it? Is it a South Park episode?
No, we live in a South Park
yeah,
episode.
we do. Yeah, we do.
It's getting wild, man.
Yeah.
It is wild, but it's like, it's always been wild. And this is one of the good things about Trump being elected and Trump in office is that it kind of threw a because they didn't want him to be the president, and it threw a monkey wrench into all these things that they were doing. You get to see a lot of these people scramble, and you get to see, like, oh, this is there's so much, like all the Doge stuff where they uncovered all these NGOs.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
There's an NGO for, I think it's every 600 people in India.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? There's a non-government organization for every, I think it's like 500 or 600 people in India. There's like millions of them. It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Elon explained it to me too. He said what you would do is you would make this non-profit, and you would call this you'd put a bunch of money into it. So you put like $10 million, relatively small to them, $10 million to this thing, and call it like Agency for Peace, Center for Peace, whatever it is. And then that becomes a non-government organization. And then you get politicians to dump tons of money into this NGO, and then through this NGO you profit.
It's like a shell company.
Yeah. And there's a ton of those. And there's so many of them, they couldn't even keep track of them. And the more they dug into it, the more they started calling Elon a Nazi. And it just got wild.
Well, they don't like when the elites don't like when the curtain's pulled back.
Well, that was the curtain being pulled back. That was the curtain being pulled back in a way that most people were not aware. And when I brought Mike Benz in, and Mike Benz laid it all out, and he was explaining that what U.S. aid was for was the things that were too dirty for the CIA to get involved in. So a lot of it was like regime change operations.
Yeah.
It was like outlining all these different regime change operations that were all being paid for, and then your tax dollars being dumped into these NGOs, and then people are pulling money out of it, billions of dollars.
It's the world's piggy bank.
Why did they stop digging? Are they still digging? Like
well,
Doge?
I don't know.
Because I know Elon's not in the White House anymore, but
it was supposed to be a temporary thing, right?
But it just seems like it all just stopped.
Well, you don't hear about it anymore. That's true. But I think it was real problematic. I mean, they did shut down U.S. aid, and they turned Elon into a fucking Nazi. I mean, how many fucking Teslas got keyed, and tires got slashed, and his business was really troubled by it. And so he's like, I'm done. I'm stepping away. You didn't follow my instructions. You didn't follow my recommendations. So what can I do? You're ruining my life. So I'm just going to back out of this.
Go back to building rockets.
So he's just going back to building rockets.
Well,
and the thing is, like, they didn't even care that he rescued those people from the fucking space station, which was wild. Like, no one wanted to give him credit. No one wanted to say thank you. They're like, no, he's a Nazi. Yeah. People I know were calling him a Nazi because he spazzed out and went, my heart goes out to you.
Oh, yeah, we make fun of that all the time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, someone just took a still image, you know?
The guy literally has a chain around his neck that was given to him by one of the mothers of one of the hostages in Israel that says, bring them all home.
Yeah.
He wears it around his neck. That's what a Nazi does? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You think he's a Nazi? There's no evidence that he's a Nazi other than one hand movement.
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, it's like the whole right's being called Nazis. Why are we throwing that word around?
Well, that word doesn't mean anything when everybody's a Nazi.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so stupid. It's just like overplayed that hand.
It started off being pretty strong and having a lot of weight, but now, it's just like they use it all the time, and it's
Everybody's a Nazi, and then if you're not, you're a communist. I mean, it's just
communists are real.
And everything's so extreme right now.
I think Nazis are real too. That's
Yeah.
the part of the problem. When you call everybody a Nazi, well, the problem is that word gets overused, and now legitimate Nazis can just operate with impunity. Like, they're real. There's legit Nazis out there.
yeah, and then they wouldn't even really know what a Nazi is at that point.
It's squirrely. It's squirrely as fuck, and the government just is too big. It's too big. There's too much going on, and you can only do so much to make it effective. And so this administration has 4 years, and who knows what they're going to be able to get done or not get done. And there's a lot of things they're doing that make people very upset, like all the ICE stuff and the raids. And
You see Ice Cube's
Yeah.
tour bus? Have you seen that?
No.
They burnt his bus down.
Portland, the Antifa people burnt Ice Cube's because they
tour
thought it
bus.
was the ICE
They
bus.
thought it was an ice bus?
Yes.
Hell yeah,
You haven't
dude.
seen this?
No.
Oh yeah, I just watched. I didn't mean to interrupt you on it, but it just hit me. I saw that this a couple days ago.
It's so stupid.
Brilliant.
It's so
Man.
stupid.
Yeah, burned it to the ground.
Is there
It's
a reaction
shell.
video?
Oh, I would
Ice Cube?
love to see Ice Cube's reaction.
Bro, Portland is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys tour in Portland?
Yeah,
at all?
we've done it. We actually had a good show there, but when you walk
people
around,
are so happy.
it is zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And we were just another one, San Francisco. We've never. First time for us going to San Francisco was about a month ago, and we were in the whatever they call the Tenderloin, and it is
You gotta
a
keep your head on.
madhouse. There's people blowing up fireworks. Some homeless people blowing up these fireworks in the middle of the night on the street. Me and Drew's just watching them out the window. We're watching crime happen.
Yeah, San Francisco is pretty buck wild. And then the mayor came out and said, we're making a declaration. No one can sleep on the street. You can no longer loiter. You can only do that. And then go look at San Francisco right now. It's exactly the same. It's just talk.
Is San Francisco where they cleaned up?
The Chinese
Yeah,
president.
for the Chinese
came.
president? Yeah.
Because Xi Jinping was in town.
Oh,
and then
royalty's
Gavin
coming.
Newsom said, well, when you have visitors over, you clean up your house. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, why don't you just keep your fucking house clean? Why you got shit on your floor?
100%.
Human shit all over your streets.
Yeah, man. That's the questions that everybody needs to be asking.
But this is the question.
It's possible.
What if I wanted to ruin society and get it to a point where you needed to control things because it got so chaotic that you can institute some sort of a digital ID and institute social credit score? That's how you would do it. You would. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but that's how I would do it. What I would do is I would just let people out of jail the moment they do anything, let them camp on the streets, give them money for drugs, just let it go crazy, and then have everybody like scrambling, please take away our freedom to give us safety.
Yeah.
And then boom.
Well, you can't blame people for asking these kinds of questions when you go to other countries and it's safe to walk around at night and it's a pretty clean city. It's like, why don't we have this? You can't blame a society for asking those kinds of questions from their leaders. Why are you allowed, and why did you just clean up for a foreign government to come visit, which is cool or whatever, but you proved that you could.
Yeah.
And then, like, why don't we just have that all the time?
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more stuff directed towards mental health.
Bro.
A lot of those homeless people and people on drugs some of them are like mentally ill and
100%.
but we don't have any treatment for people like that hardly.
Well, it
Anyway.
all skyrocketed during the Reagan administration because they changed the laws in terms of like what you're supposed to do when someone's mentally ill, and they just like let them loose. Let's stop paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
when
don't
you
have
did that-
insane asylums anymore or anything.
But then again, you hear stories about
Yeah.
it.
Well,
yeah.
Like that's not good either.
We would hope we'd have some good ones.
But it's just
Yeah.
like some people
They need a place
are
to
out there
go.
with no family.
Right.
There's like, kids, their family died when they were 18
Yep.
and they're not mentally able to function in society. They've been homeless for 20 years.
100%.
We need a place for people like that.
Yes. 100%.
I have a very, very close family member right now that's homeless and mentally ill, and that's all I want, man, is for people to I don't know what needs to happen, but we need to get these people help.
100%. Yeah, 100%, and that should be something that we do spend money on.
I vote
Yeah.
tax dollars to go to something like that.
Yeah,
100%.
Everybody, right or left, everybody would. You want people to get a chance. I mean, the best stories ever are people that they were in the gutter, like living on the streets, and now all of a sudden they're helping people. They run some sort of a non-profit food kitchen, and they're helping people get clean, and they found life's purpose, and running, whether it is some sort of a religious class or something that gives people hope and gives people something that, that they can tell you, like, hey, I used to be where you are, and now I'm not, and now I'm helping people.
Yeah.
Like, right or left, like, this divide that we have in this country, most of it's bullshit, and most of it is, like, it's engineered.
Mm-hmm.
It's engineered to keep us at each other's throats so they can keep getting away with all this nonsense.
Yeah.
And we keep eating it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And doubling down.
It could be like if the president said, don't go buy, or something about bananas.
Yeah.
You go, everybody should have a banana today. The left would never eat another banana.
Look at this Tylenol
Or the
thing.
Tylenol thing.
Look at this
Tylenol said in 2017, we actually don't recommend you take our product.
But to
pregnant.
see people...
2017, they said.
Yeah. Well, not
Even-
only that, 2 years ago, Johnson & Johnson separated from Tylenol. Tylenol became its own company.
Oh.
Which is probably like they saw it coming down the pipe. And they're like, hey, maybe.
We're jumping.
Yeah.
All about the money.
Well, here's what's really crazy. A lot of fucking crazy leftist women started taking Tylenol to own JFK or RFK Jr. and Trump. And a bunch of them died of liver toxicity.
Because they
Oh, I
took
didn't
too
know
much.
that.
Yeah. Have you...
I knew it was going to happen.
A
It's
friend of
full
mine...
TikTok. Pregnant women just taking Tylenol. Just out of spite.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Why let something dictate your life that much?
Because a lot of people are nuts, man. A lot of people just don't have any critical thinking skills, and they're in a cult.
And you find a hobby.
They're in
Yeah,
a cult.
man.
Whether they're in a MAGA cult or they're in a leftist
Yeah.
cult, they're in a fucking cult.
Yeah. I agree.
And they're all in on one side or the other side, and I think humanity exists in the middle. And humanity exists in the middle where you're supposed to be able to talk about ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to say, well, what's a good for just overall society? Like mental health institutions, like giving people some sort of a chance to become a productive member of society. Like there's a lot of things that we all agree on.
Yeah.
And we need to find common ground instead of like fighting, instead of polarizing people. And this is one of the problems that I have with this administration is that they're really good at like pointing fingers at the other side and polarizing, and really bad at uniting us all and not attacking the other side and just uniting us and bringing us together.
What was the last administration that was good at uniting, in your opinion?
Ooh.
Or is it it's always been a division?
Well, it's
it-
kind of always been like that.
I would
but maybe the Clinton administration, maybe the first one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bush
Clinton.
9/11.
Yeah,
everybody
Bush
was
9/11, but boy.
On the same team for at least a year.
He was pretty divisive. Like,
Oh, he
Well,
was super divisive
yeah.
before that. That's for damn sure.
It was
People
an
hated
outside
him.
influence.
But it's like, what did they do with that unitedness? They forced us into a war
Yep.
over a bullshit premise. I mean, that just shows you what they're really willing to do if they have everybody's will.
Yep.
If they have everybody on their side, like, okay, great, let's invade Iraq. Let's lie about
The
weapons
war
of
on
mass-
terrorism.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
They
Go
got
anywhere with that.
nuclear
Yeah.
weapons.
Well, that's what I have to do. Say they hate us for our freedom. Oh no!
Uh-huh.
Go fuck them up.
And take their oil.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy, but we always fall for it, and hopefully we fall for it less and less every year. But it doesn't seem like it when you see